Sarina that are in the room and just arrived in Dubai a couple of days ago and yesterday night. So it's like the family is reunited. So it's a delight to have you tonight. Like it's great. It feels like we are going to elevate the house. Like turn it out into a spaceship, bring multi-dimensional. At least the roof. At least the pillow. So as it is here, and you already know if you are part of the platform that the sessions are happening. The one on Tuesday is sold out, so tomorrow, but we have opened another one in the house on Tuesday 29th. So if you haven't signed in yet, then 29th is still some space. And we have big sessions happening in Dubai Friday, in Urban Tribe at 3 p.m. If you haven't registered, the link is online. And same Abu Dhabi on Saturday. So we are going to do massive energy work on this corner of the world, and you are highly invited to hold the light, to bring your presence, to upgrade yourself, your vortex, and your community as your practice will evolve, and therefore your client will also benefit from it. And if you're not practicing yet, then you are stepping onto your path, and that is the session of today. Right?
Yeah, today the eclipse.
Yeah. So what is all about today, yesterday and tomorrow? What's happening? I'm pretty sure that you all know it.
Full moon.
Full moon, yeah, what else?
Who haven't seen the full moon outside yet? Samia. Biggest, beautiful, amazing.
Yeah.
It's roaring in our face. Hey, hi, look at me. So good.
So it's the full moon lunar eclipse in Leo, and what we like to repeat each time there is like a planetary alignment, astrological event, is each time is an opportunity to harvest the frequency, to harvest those energy coming through that portal, to upgrade yourself, to work on yourself that benefits, like all those frequencies that benefit your growth. And today is again a superb opportunity for you to grow and to look at what is preventing you to step into your true power. So I'm going to just repeat quickly what is the full moon lunar eclipse for those who haven't done the homework. So full moon, obviously everyone knows the full moon is a time where we release, where we go into our shadows, if you call it shadows, or the dark light, or the part of ourselves that we haven't looked at yet, or we have labels negatively. And in those parts that we haven't looked at yet, there is more of ourselves to discover, more of ourselves to reintegrate, more of ourselves to love deeper and further. So the full moon is always an opportunity to work around those shadow, dark light area of ourselves, and the collective one, obviously. The lunar eclipse is, so the moon is the emotional, is everything our emotions, are the collective emotions. So when the moon, when it's in full light, is getting passed through the earth, or the earth passed through the moon, then the full moon, the light of the moon, is arriving in the shadow. So you are not working only on yourself, but also on the collective level. So the moon becomes in her dark light through the earth, passing in front of her. She is not unlighted by the sun anymore. So you are also tapping into the collective warmth. And in Leo. So Leo, we are very much connected to Leo because those 2 years of eclipses are coming to an end. And those 2 years, as a lot of you are here in the house now, you've been massively observing that the last 2 years have been a transformation for yourself and somehow the people around you. But if you extend that, is the transformation of the collective. We are stepping up into highest frequency. We are welcoming the Ascension frequency to rise into our highest potential, to bring forth our creative expression in the purest state, to embody more of our sparkle of the divine that we are, that you are, the creator that you are. So these 2 years has been like a 360 shift. If you were already on your path, you have witnessed how fast your connection expanded, how fast and clearer where the communication with your higher self or with your connections, how more purified you become on the physical level, emotional level, mental level, and spiritual level. So those 2 years are now coming to an end, and that was the lunar eclipse yesterday. And this is what it's all about. But deeper than that, we are stepping into the leadership of our heart through this feline energy, this fierce strength, courage, bravery energy. Is that you cannot turn around. You now have those frequencies available in you to step into the leadership of your heart, to step into the courage of your heart. You cannot ignore it anymore. And it's available for you and within you. So what does it mean, this feeling energy? So the lion energy is all about, a lot about the solar plexus, or the heart obviously, but it's also the solar plexus. And what do we have in the solar plexus? We have the seat of our soul, and we have our emotions. There is the seat of our emotions. So it's allowing our emotions to come into balance, to come in a state where we are not attached anymore to a part of our emotions, where we fluctuate on the spectrum of our emotions without pain or fears, that we embrace our spectrum of emotions with grace, with strength, with clarity. So this lunar eclipse is also giving the opportunity to release and to dissolve, to clear out cycles and loops that we have been locked in for lives and lives and lives. Mainly around the wounded masculine, mainly around control and powers. So what is happening is this joyful, receptive feminine, divine feminine has stepped forth the last 2 years and is now giving the way to this wave of masculinity to have the space and to have the opportunity to now look at what is unbalanced, to have the opportunity to learn how to heal. And it's the masculine within and around. So what basically our Sekhmet and Mother Mary came in channeling yesterday before I slept, and I cannot reconnect the messages, so I hope it will come. They will come back again today. But what I can remember, one part of it is we are healing the suppression of the masculine that were not supported to express their truth. And we are healing the suppression of the feminine that has one time expressed their truth. So both wounded and the conscious flipped in the suppression and the wounds. So in allowing the masculine now to step up, to embrace this masculine energy that's gonna look at, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be soft, it's okay to feel sweet and to express the emotions. The masculine is embracing their divine potential the same way that the feminine has now the opportunity to embrace and tap into the highest potential of creation within their sensitivity, or its sensitivity. So this sensitivity is now coming into balance as we are opening a space where there is no pain, no hurt, and no aggression or suppression anymore. And this is valid for everyone, because you know that we all have a feminine and masculine part within. So what is being re-embraced within will be manifested around. And when this comes into balance, when the masculine will, and is right now, the wounds are opening up, all the wounds of betrayal, all the wounds of fear, all the ones of not being supported, of not being safe, of being suppressed again, of being betrayed. And it's not only in this lifetime. This is a cycle that's been langing on the Earth Collective. And it's what we have the opportunity today to see, to look at it, and to release it with all the awareness that we have. So the masculine is becoming aware of it, your masculine within. And when these come into balance, what will happen and what's happening? Then the divine union arises. And the divine union is the Christ consciousness that emerges through you. So you are birthing this child within you that is all your solar aspects, your joyful aspect, your blissful aspect, your unconditional love aspect is going to be birthed as you embrace those polarities. And those polarities become into balance. So the polarities are not being, as I said at the beginning, you are not attaching yourself to those polarities anymore. You are embracing a state of being. And in a state of being, there are no polarities. There is no attachment to polarities. Does it make sense? Yeah? So the last couple of days, it's very okay. It has been a bit like a roller coaster, rafting thing, like physical, emotional. It's very normal. The gravity, the magnetic of the moon is very, very strong, and it's pulling out those programming from in your DNA, in your cells. It's like vacuuming it. Not only your own, from your lineage, but also the collective one through you. It's big, so congratulations. You are making it.
Yes.
Yeah. So remember, like always holding the light, being present. And that is one of the...
And gathering also like this is a very powerful sign of the willingness that you guys putting together for this transition. Releasing the old and embracing the new, stepping up with the power, with Leo, the strength of the lion.
Yeah. The strength of the heart. And stepping into so the leadership of the heart one more time. And what does it mean exactly? Is you are stepping further into your mission, further onto your path, further onto your commitment towards yourself, and further onto your vision and your belief that this is what you are creating, and this is what you are co-creating with the collective. And I am focusing on that vision, and this is what I believe in, and this is, for example, Ascension, Golden Age, unity, harmony, grace, beauty, whatever adjective or whatever frequency you are attaching it to, just I am keeping my cap, and I'm going to go through it no matter what it is. I'm not buying into any more stories, any more drama, any more doubts. The strength of the heart is there are no doubts. It's okay if it pops up, but you have all the awareness to catch it on the moment and to transmute it. So stepping into your leadership and bring everyone into their own leadership. So it's not being in front of one another, it's coming together, in togetherness. And this is what it's all about. I've got chills, my spine is chilling. And that gives the opportunity, I don't know if you wanted to talk, to announce
I'm enjoying actually sitting here talking us.
to announce, as Robert is here and Nada is with us energetically right now, that the Ascension Alchemy Alliance School is starting this week. Yay! So you will be announced, it will be like gradually, obviously, but my intention has came so fast, has synchronized so rapidly that it happened just right now, like a week ago, before that eclipse, where we didn't have the information about the eclipse yet, what it was all about. And everything makes sense. See? So just trust. The trust.
New birth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we are in this gathering, thank you all for joining your heart and your consciousness through this beautiful alignment, an important alignment, the eclipse. We remember also you're doing your part by releasing this old that my love Mathilde was mentioning to you, any fears, any old trust, all those that you can imagine as lower frequency fears, all things from yourself. And also at the same time, remember, you can also do it on behalf of the collective. So while you're doing it from yourself, as we are gathering, we have the power to change into the collective consciousness. So many times we talk about our intention and our growth affect the collective. With such a gathering, the more powerful people, and they are focusing and knowing that they can actually send their intention and their growth into the collective, it will be spread through this field that connects us all. You can call it human collective consciousness around the earth. And then you're learning your growth, your releasing of the old, and stepping into this empowerment, the new cycle, and calling forth the ascension frequency, the awakening, speaking this truth, bringing the harmony. Also, you can do it on behalf of the collective. So thank you for doing that for yourself, because that will affect the collective. And thank you also to remember, while we're doing this session, to upload it to collective and having clear focus, clear knowing that what you are doing already been uploaded, and you are imagining in a way that you are sending those learnings, sending those callings, sending this growth that you are doing into this collective consciousness. And through the meditation and activation, we might call also seeing around you how they are being affected by it and being receiving this growth. And they also, the people who's not aware on releasing their fears or their old programming that's limiting them, they become available in their consciousness that they can do it too, of releasing their old and embracing a new harmonious state, new awakened state, new expanded consciousness into realizing that we are all connected, and the true essence of all of us is this divine love, this infinite harmony. So by doing that, keep that in your mind, keep that in your awareness that you have the power, and more so when we are in this such a group, it becomes even amplified power. So thank you for doing the work for yourself and for the collective in the same time, and witnessing the 2019 and even 2020 that's coming also, the growth continue as the earth also with us, Gaia itself, consciousness, and many stars and many higher realms witnessing and watching our growth and our commitment and dedication into this growth. They are also supporting and they are celebrating our growth also. And I think you will hear this many times in some of Asil sessions that in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, where the angels will say like, they are delighted to witness the growth, and they are here to support this opening. So it's not only in that sense a wishful thinking, it is really happening, and on the higher realms it's been witnessed, it's been known, it's been supported. And the more you tune into this and start become part of your consciousness, every moment of your life, whenever you find yourself, you're doing some of the growth, some of the release of the old, and reawakening your true essence back into your environment, back into your action, know that you've been witness, you will be affecting the collective, and the growth, or any small moment in your growth is actually important, because as you can see also that many of the environment right now supporting this growth through many people awakening, many organization, many people in spiritual environment, I would say, they're all talking about the empowerment back. And the more this opening, the more the support is still happening. If we didn't have that much of opening, we will have even less support in that sense. It's always two-sided, it's not only one-sided. So the more you work on yourself, the more support you get. And the more support you get also give you opportunity to work on yourself further. So thank you for gathering and heart connections and consciousness expansion together.
Yeah. Thanks yourself as well. Be grateful to yourself.
All right.
All right. Nice talk. That was good information. Yeah. We never really plan what we're gonna say, so it's always like interesting how it's shaping up according to what needs to be said in the room, what you are ready to hear. All right. So before we start, quick introduction of the session for those who are coming for the first time. We would like you to understand that it's not a meditation. We call it meditation so people can understand. It's a bit further than a meditation. It's an energy work. So that's why somehow you are a bit squeezed at the back, because we do not suggest to lie down. If you feel like you want to fall asleep, you can, and find your way through with your legs. However, we strongly suggest to remain seated. You may feel that you are falling asleep because your body will be very, very, very relaxed, but the consciousness focus will be on building the energy. If you don't understand everything about what we say, this is perfectly fine. I repeat. There's a bit of distraction, so let it settle.
Alright, then let me close the Facebook also. Thank you guys. See you next time, next